Hello everyone, it's Sean from Sean's Toy Room, and this is my last unboxing video here in Deep River because I'm soon moving to Wasaga Beach, and that's where I'll have a new toy room and everything. The video I release next week will show me packing up the Star Wars action figures into their drawer tower. So, in the meantime, we're going to focus on the Origins figures here, and I have two of the three are from the Snake Man line. So you have Snakeface himself. There you go. And on the back it shows you, how his head can come off. Oh, you can replace it with a snake head, I see. And you see the deluxe line here. So I didn't have Snake Tila. I had Dragon Blaster Skeletor. King Randor I have in Masterverse form. Alright, and there's the card back there. So I'm going to carefully take him out of his package. At least these pieces are higher, so there won't be as much cutting, and hopefully we'll get the card back relatively undamaged. We'll find out. I'll be back. Alright, so here is Snakeface himself. And his snake head. And his, I presume that's some kind of snake shield, which might fit in the other hand, by the way. There you go. It's got a snake shield now. And if we look our way through the comic, so that's the Dragon Blaster Skeletor comic, which is appropriate because that's the one that I opened a couple weeks ago. And this one again has text, and he's fighting against King Randor. Looks like he turned him into a, or maybe that's King Hiss. I don't know. He looks like he's turned to stone. Someone's turned to stone. And there are the other pages. Left side pages, right side pages. And the final set of pages. And there's the back. Again, copying the card back and showing the line of figures that you get. So that's good there. And now we move on to Snakeman Man-at-Arms. So you can see here in his card back, so he has the gray snake armor colors, but he does have one piece that is the proper color for him. And here's the other. So, snake armor. Oh, look, a Snake Man Infiltrator. Look at that. Interesting. And Spikor. Oh, okay, here's the pieces that attach to him. All right. Serpent Claw overhand. All right, and there he is. But he almost looks like he's... Oh, he defends against the Snake Man. So he's using their technology against them. Got it. All right, so he's the next one to open. Here is an unobstructed view of the card back with the comic in place. And speaking of the comic, here it is, relatively undamaged. So there's Squeeze on the front. And you have text again on each side of the pages. And there he is. So a nice comic showing the storyline, just like it did with the vintage figures. I still have a couple comics for my vintage figures. One of them is bilingual. It's Canadian only. All right, there you go. Comic. Mini comic. All right, good. So now we're going to get Snake Armor Man-at-Arms out of his card. I mean, out of his plastic, and put the Snake Man banner in the center of the card back. And I'll be back. Pardon the pun. Ha ha ha. When it comes to getting things out of the plastic bubble when they're shaped like that, I find cutting in multiple directions so that parts of the bubble fall away and reveal the part is the best way to go. All right, here we go. So, moving things around so that I can have the Snake Armor Man. Okay, there we go. See? So he has that. He has that from the original figure. His face is covered, though you can do that and reveal his face. There you go. And let's see. Now, I don't know if you can slide his arm through here somehow. More or less. What does the card back say? It has to slide on properly. Push Serpent Claw overhand. Well, that's what I did. I don't know if the elbow guard got in the way or not. Come on. The elbow guard probably got over. It's probably in the way. Probably won't go working because of that. But you can at least do this. Hold his mace in the other hand. Come on, get in there. Stay. And then position him appropriately so he can stay upright without assistance. And he's dropping his mace, so we're going to have to move his arm up so that gravity is not in the way. There you go. That should do it. Come on now. All right. Push his hand closed a little more. Put this in by going from behind the thumb. Push it down a little, and that should work. Or not. But that's where the bag of accessories will come in. So there's his picture, which I will, of course, have to crop. He is standing upright now. Of course, I'll have to crop that picture to show him individually. So now it's just Orko, and then we get their class picture for the thumbnail. I'll be back with, well, let's take a look at Orko since we're talking about him. So here he is. Now that was new for 20. So these from the very first wave. There you go. He's facing against someone. Looks like Beastman. And there's the first wave, the Heroic Warriors and the Evil Warriors. And I do have Scareglow somewhere. In Origins, yes I do. I may not have Trapjaw though. And I don't have the new Mana Faces, so I don't have every single person. Alright, so I will open him up and we'll go from there. So remarkably easy. Here's his base. Here's his stand, and it plugs into the bottom of Orko himself, making him posable, of course. And then into the bottom of the stand he goes, like, ooh, so. All right, so there's Orko, good. And then we'll take a look at the card back once I get the comic out. All right, here's the comic. Trying to keep it steady, it just won't steady. So there's the comic. It's a bit damaged, but he's trying to keep Orko and his whoever it is from fighting. There is text on each page again, which is great. And then you already saw the back when you saw the card back. So there you go. All right. Now Orko is there. I believe you got the individual picture of him, but in case you didn't, there he is, cropped later. Now we can get the proper picture of all the figures for this final, for now, MOTU Origins unboxing video. Now it's time for the put them on the shelf, and I'll give you a preview of next week's video, which I'm putting on YouTube on Monday, but it's scheduled for a Friday release because by then I don't have internet, and I want to have at least the last week of July with a proper release. So there's Snakeface and Orko on the shelf. I'm going to have to get a brighter picture. And let's see if Man-at-Arms can stay upright or if it needs adjusting. He's fine, roughly. And there are his accessories. And I realized belatedly you could probably fit the big claw accessory on the other arm. Let's try that. It won't work. It just won't move past the forearm. Not even to the elbow. So, here you go. Here is shelf 1 of MOTU Origins opened. And if I just move the Hot Wheels slightly, you will see shelf 2 of MOTU Origins opened, and even shelf 3 a mixture of opened and unopened. Now, I don't know how far back I can get and be at widescreen and see everything, but that is basically the best view of MOTU Origins opened, right beside MOTU Vintage, which of course I collected loose from the very beginning. And of course there's the top levels, Grayskull, and the 40th anniversary figures. Now of course when the figures are in their clamshell protective case, they can't go in shipping boxes, which some of the figures originally arrived in. I purchased them that way from the convention. The regular card backs can go in shipping boxes though, and that's how I intend to have them moved. Because the true packers arrive in 1 week. And as you see, there's the what will remain closed. And as you see the loose Star Wars figures up here, I will show you the preview for the video I'm going to film this weekend. So I moved my Star Wars figures off the shelf, and they have, you know, their accessories and everything. What I'm going to do is put all the accessories in this little case and then use my guide to sort them out by figure. And each figure, even a 3PO, can go in here like so. See? Just like I demonstrated with Lando so long ago. And I might take some time to put a little bag related to the figure's accessories in the drawer with him. I have enough of those little bags. That could be a good project to do this weekend. Or at least, maybe, at least put the little bags with specific figures' accessories in there individually. Because the Star Trek figures are their accessories are too big to fit in those little bags. And they're already in them anyway. And I'm going to try to add the G.I. Joe figures as well. Now, take a look at this bag. This is the bigger of the bag. At least I think it is. Doesn't quite fit a saber. However, a saber can fit in here quite well. So that'll be the plan for this weekend. And they can just super tape the drawers shut and put it that way in a box, a bigger box, and everything will be fine. And that'll be the video for Sean's toy room that'll be released in 8 days. And one of these days I'll get up to creating a channel membership or something so that eventually a video that I make private by releasing it on Monday, maybe the members will have private access to it. Maybe I'll build an email list or something. So let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like, if you would be willing to have a channel membership and get some of those private videos early. And of course, maybe I'll actually film a second video in the week for the channel members themselves. All right. So one last look at the toy room as it stands, because when I do the pre-packing in 6 days, the toy room will be packed up. So there's the left wall. They're going down the shelves. Yep. And the filming / opening table. And then the right side wall with the figures on the stand. The one Mega Constructs Kirk I found. This is mostly all Star Trek figures now. They've spread to the floor. They've spread over here some of the duplicates. And Masterverse is on the top. Not as many as I used to have, thanks to what I was able to sell. And then assorted figures down here. Ninja Turtles, Batman, etc. And the Transformers and the G.I. Joe I'm keeping down there. There's the Air Raiders. Don't worry, the Twin Lightnings box is underneath. And the Air Raiders comics, now in stiff comic style protective cases. And of course, the episode 1 and 2 shelf. And those figures also extend onto the floor at the current time. Those are the new ones I bought this past couple weekends ago. And of course, my Star Trek autographs sitting on top of my photo album, which is sitting on the top of my Constructs container. And of course, all the hockey cards and the Galoob figures from Next Generation. Should be able to fit all the hockey card insert stuff into a box and bring it with me in my car. And now that I don't have to open up any new figures, I can take the card backs away here, the cardboard, and you can see that I have the Mega Construx sets. And here's the Mega Construx. Oh, stand him up. The Mega Construx figures I've opened, and you can see now there were two different Tilas. One of them had some, but not all, dark accessories. One of them had some, but not all, red accessories. So based on the style of the figure and their coloring, I switched either the staff or the shield around so that you would have a proper accessory color for her. She would be color coordinated, because of course, why wouldn't she? And here's the Battle Ram. There you go. All right. So this shelf is perfect for Mega Construx, and you could potentially make it 2 or 3 deep. So as I open more figures that come with vehicles and stuff, you could potentially do that. All right, so that is all for now for Sean's Toy Room. We're about reaching the end of this week's video. And we'll see you here in 1 week, 8 days from the day I'm filming this, for packing up the Star Wars figures. That'll be the last video I film in Deep River, and the next time you see Sean's Toy Room, which may not be Friday, August 2nd, because that's probably going to be an unpack day. It'll probably be Friday, August 9th, will be the first video released in Wasaga Beach, which will be a tour of my new toy room there. See you later. Bye-bye.